The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya hosts round 6 of the 2024 FIA Formula 2 season. It's time for the sprint race here in Barcelona. Let's take you through the starting grid then from back to front. Taylor Barnard starts in 22nd with Roman Stanley 21st. Rafael Villagomez is 20th with Richard Verschoor 19th. It's 18th for Emil Cordial, 17th on the grid for Zane Maloney, 16th Enzo Fittipaldi, 15th Oliver Behrman, Joshua Durskin with a penalty time, 14th with Jose Maria Marti, 13th. Dennis Hagers 12th with Zach O'Sullivan in 11th. Isaac Hadjas 10th with Paulo on 9th. Jack Crawford's 8th with Franco Colapinto 7th. 6th on the grid for Gabriel Bortoleto. And 5th for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. 4th for Rio Mayata. 3rd, Juan Manuel Correa. 2nd, Victor Martins. Kushmaini on pole position. We may have had issues, and you can tell still by our screen here that the OBS is having an absolute paddy as well. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome up. Formation lap gets underway. Alongside me in the commentary box is Omi. Josh T is down in the pit lane. I hate technology issues as well. They always seem to plague us. But good afternoon to you, Omi. How are you doing?
Hello. Yes, I am doing well. Looking forward to this F2 sprint race. Cannot wait to see how this one is going to go. The top 5, I think, will all be an iconic win. So it does look like that we're going to be getting a good winner today by the end of it. So many different stories for each of these drivers. So it'll be interesting to see who is going to emerge out in front.
So many different drivers, so many different opportunities in the lineup as well. Let's take some time to reflect with them and go through the top 3.
Feature race. The sprint race is nice, and it'll be good to get some big points and help cushion a bit our weekend in points wise, but I'll just do my job, see where we end up. If I can take the lead and win, great. If not, we'll analyze and do better on Sunday.
If I have an opportunity into turn 1, I will get it. I have been in this situation in the past in Formula 3, starting P2 and I got the lead into turn 1, so maybe I can use this experience, but let's see. I know Kush also quite well, so I know we'll have a good respect.
At the end of the day, it's going to be who gets a better start, so that's my only focus, getting off the line and then hopefully retaining P1 through the first lap and then controlling the race from there.
Yeah, it's going to be a key factor, isn't it, Omi, as well, to see who gets the run down to turn 1. It's one of the longest runs down to the first corner on the entire calendar.
Yes, very long run down there. Big opportunities for the drivers to make overtakes as well, and it can be a bit tricky after the opening lap to overtake. So it is very crucial that if you do get the jump to get to try and hold that position, can Maney take his first victory in FIA Formula 2? What about Victor Martins trying to get his first podium? He's had glimpses this season, but has definitely not put them into race performances with the results as well. And in Monaco, he qualified in second. He probably could have won as well. With Rashaw's issues, he would have been further up the road. So even O'Sullivan's strategy wouldn't have put him ahead. So Martins chasing victory in the sprint race. Then Correa on his return back to Formula 2 after the last year. After that, of course, crash that he had in 2019 at Spa. What a story for him it would be to win. Same for Miata. And then Antonelli, I think we all know as well. So what a story we will have if any of the top 5 win. But we could be in for an interesting sprint race with a lot of changes, with a lot of positions, definitely with a lot of drivers out of position. So we're about to get this sprint race now underway.
Bit of cloud cover coming over the circuit. Track temperature now 40.8 degrees. Air temperature 25.1. It's dropped 4 degrees from where we were. The track temperature in practice 3. Barnard in position. Eyes to the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on. And we are racing in Barcelona. It's a better start for Victor Martins compared to Kush Maney. Maney's going to lose out 2 places. Correa has gone round the outside as well. Down towards turn number 1. Brilliant start as well. Moving up. Correa takes second position. Round the outside. Mayata takes second. There's contact in the middle of the field as well as Paula, Ron, Crawford, Hadjar getting involved as well. They all just make it. Ron staying round the outside line. Then we've got the two Invictus cars side by side already. And Bortoletto is ahead of Kushmini already. Martins leads. Mayata second. Correa third. Then down to fourth is Bortoletto as well. Down to turn 5 we go. We get a little bit of moving there as Antonelli holds off Crawford with Hadjar coming through. Hadjar looks to the inside line, can't get through. Another two Invictus still side by side as we come on to turn 7 and 8. Bortoletto on the outside, trying to hold off Maney and does so.
Great getaway from Victor Martins, immediately able to get past Kushmini, who got no drive off the line. He has found himself down in 5th position. Antonelli has gone down a couple of places. Great start by Miata. Correa was momentarily up to second, but it was the late lunge from Miata down the outside who was able to get through. Hadjar we're in there trying to put some pressure on Antonelli as we duke it out through turn number 9. But great start for Martins. He's got the lead.
Round the outside as well, we're now seeing the battle. That's Isaac Hadjar round the outside of Franco Colapinto. So Maney has got back ahead of Bortoletto down at turn 10. Martins leads. Mayata, Crawford, then it's now it's Maney ahead of Bortoletto on the timing screen. Then it's Aron, Antonelli, Hadjar, Crawford, Colapinto down to 10th position. He's lost 3 places at the start. And up the inside, Maney with a manic move into turn 1 retakes 3rd position away from Juan Manuel Correa.
Numerous times last season, Maney was the last driver on the brakes. Welcome to your first in 2024. Bortoletto trying to go round the outside as well as we go to turn 4.
That's going to be tight. That's going to be very, very close. But the exit power should be working. You can see Bortoletto trying not to spin the car around by putting the power down. He goes through into 4th position. Now Correa's going to have to block for Paul Aron, who gets a much better exit down out of turn 5 and Seat through the kink and 6, then 7 and 8 lines up. Meantime, further back as well, O'Sullivan in the battle with Maloney as well. So that's one to watch further back as well as they run up towards Kamsa. But Victor Martins and Maeta pulled down a 1.2 second lead to Maney, but it doesn't look that close. But the Invictus fighting with themselves, and Aron really needs to get up. Where is Ollie Behrman? Still in 16th position.
Know what Ollie Behrman wanted? Miata 5/10 behind of Victor Martins. He's got those tyres warmed up. He's trying to attack, and he's of course going to get DRS down the start-finish straight to possibly even try to take the lead. What a moment that could be for a driver who has not had a good season so far. The Super GT champion, the Super Formula champion, came into Formula 2 this year and hasn't had a good season so far, but could he maybe try to take the lead? What about Aaron? He's going to try to put some pressure on Correa as we go down towards turn number 1.
DRS has been activated as well. Correa goes to the inside line trying to defend, pulling around the outside. It's going to be Paul Aron. Meantime, the same opportunity as well. We've got Antonelli being under attack by Isaac Hadjar. Hasn't worked out. Antonelli stays ahead, and Paul Aron did not get ahead of Juan Manuel Correa. Fastest lap goes to Kushmani as he looks to get back for that bad start. It's a 1:31.361 as they come through. No retirement so far. This new generation of car proving well then at Barcelona. They've tested here as well many a time.
They have indeed. Antonelli taking Isaac Hadjar all the way to the seeing a chance round the outside, but Antonelli was great and bold with his defense. Still 5/10 between the top 2 in this one. Victor Martin's going to try to pull away, and he'll need to because Kushmani, after the poor start, is the man on the charge. He wants to go back to his starting place, which is P1. We're on board with Paul Aaron as he's going to try and get past Correa.
So the major gainers are Aron, Hadjar and Maloney as well, as we said. Aron's up into 6th position as well. Hadjar's moved up, and Maloney, who's back up into 13th place after getting ahead of Josh Radetzky, who's still in 14th after that penalty was applied to him after qualifying yesterday. Martins leads by 4/10 of a second then as we start the 4th lap. I hope not. Yes, onto lap 4 then of 26. And is anyone going to have a slipstream opportunity? Well, fast lap goes this time to Mayata, 1:30.617. Mayata with that DRS, closing down towards turn 1. Can't make a move there, but he's brought it back down to 2/10. Anything as well. Late lunge on the inside line, coming from all the way back from Isaac Hadjar. Antonelli just saw him coming and nearly ended up like the 2 Tridents this morning.
Nearly did end up like Sami Megatunif and Santiago Ramos down there. Hadjar trying to do what Maney did and try sell the dummy, try be bold on the brakes. He was late on the brakes, but he wasn't late enough. He's trying once again. He still cannot find a way through. So the exact same as turn number 1, we're going to review the race start. Once again, though, the 5 lights went out and Maney didn't go away, just like Victor Martins, because he absolutely flew off the line. Then Correa moves up to second place. Miata tucks in the slipstream as well. Bortoletto is getting the slipstream off his team. We go 3 wide momentarily. Hadjar has to back out of it in the background. Then Miata's got a lot of space down the outside to move up to P2. Then Bortoletto and Maney going side by side. The 2 Invicta cars there as well. Behrman duking it out with Fittipaldi in the middle of the pack, but this is the start with Paul Aaron. He actually gets a good start compared to... Oh, that was very close between the Dams there and the ART.
Slicing through Polo on, and then he's going to launch the inside line, gets himself past the 2 Invictuses who sort of just clean up themselves. Also, Cordial bogged down. Cordial's down in 22nd position as well. He did not have the greatest getaway. This is Jose Maria Marti, Pepe Marti, in towards turn 1. He's going to get clipped here, mid-corner. There you go. Dirtskin on the outside, and one of the Rodins on the inside line as well. And then this is not now, is it? Yeah, this is mainly back on the inside, getting ahead of Correa. Oh, here's Bortoletto.
Bortoletto.
Crazy, you know that?
I think Bortoletto's on about Kushmani there, Amy.
Yes, it should be in a good way though, because I think we all know how late on the brakes Maney can be, and it's great to finally see as well in 2024. Then Bortoletto being bold all the way around the outside, turning it into a traction race. That is one from the boy from Brazil there. As we go back to I defend from Isaac Hadjar.
And here we go then. Can we see it from Antonelli, who shuts the door, coming into turn 7 as well. Hadjar can't find a way through. He's looking at every opportunity there. He's not letting anything skip out of it. Fastest sector 1 is Isaac Hadjar at 26.7. No one else doing that. We've got some 26.9s, but yeah, 26.7 definitely. He's 3 turns faster than everyone else in that first sector. So great opening gambit there from Isaac Hadjar. Sensing any other opportunities.
Indeed. So Hadjar, So Hadjar with a poor qualifying yesterday. He does have pace. We know it. He's shown it many times. So he has a bit of a recovery to do, a recovery drive to do. It's harder in the sprint, of course, with no pit stops. In the future, it'll be a bit more easier. But he starts 11th for both races. Started 10th today due to the penalty for Joshua Dirksen from the contact he had with Maloney in Monaco, which of course created an opportunity for O'Sullivan to win. Antonelli versus Hadjar again.
Hadjar was literally just going to dive bomb the inside line, and Antonelli just gave him a car's width, but he's not enough to get through. Hadjar's got to change his approach. You can't do that into turn 1. He'll take them both out of the race.
It seems like it. That's his approach really right now. He's not getting close enough. It's hard to do so with Antonelli also with the 1 second. But Antonelli, I think, might lose it next time around. It's a 1 second gap between himself and Aaron. So that could make Hadjar's life a bit easier. But Antonelli's now getting back inside that 1 second. So a bit hard for Isaac Hadjar. But yeah, he's going to have to try to take a different approach, because Antonelli is always going to try and defend as hard as he can. Victor Martins has got a few more tenths over Miata this time around as he now tries to get outside the 1 second. Miata's not been able to get close. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far on the 6th lap of the race. We're watching Dennis Hauger.
Moving a lot on the braking, man. The choke. Okay, we're gonna report it. Stay calm.
Is Antonelli really moving that much under braking? I haven't spotted anything. If anything, he's going defensive. He's moving once. I think he's fine. I would have spotted it if he had.
I think Hadjar just complains too much. We saw it yesterday as well in qualifying with his radio. He
His
just complains
hands up.
whenever it doesn't go his way. We saw that in Monaco. We saw that in qualifying yesterday, and we're seeing it here as well.
Let's see if he does it again. Antonelli, 7 tenths clear to
Don't think he'll
Hadjar.
be close enough.
No, he's too far back, isn't he, for turn 1 this time. And now the race begins to settle down. This is the fast lap of the race. Still Maeta with a 1:30.617. Josh T's in the pit lane. As we take a look back. Actually, before that, Omi, does he move into braking? Let's take a look.
Right, defends.
Turns in, that's
then-
fine.
Yeah, so Hadjar just goes for it. He already kind of parks it in the middle to make it a bit awkward for Hadjar.
This is the
So I
next
think
lap.
This is Behrman, is it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
getting forced off
Villa Gomez.
Villa Gomez. Yeah, that's Villa Gomez's fault. Yeah, Behrman did the right thing there. There's no penalty coming from him. He went around the bollard as well. And now, that's a very slow looking
Paul Aaron.
Paul Aron. What's happened to him? Is he losing some time there? He looked like he had a problem going out of turn 7 and 8.
He might have had a wide moment, possibly. That has cost him time and put Antonelli all over the back. So Antonelli from the defence now all the way to the attack. He'll have a chance to get past on the start-finish straight. So we'll see if we get a replay of any moment from Paul Aaron running wide, maybe.
Max Verstappen has been called to the stewards for impeding as well in practice 3. So that's Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, and Verstappen called to the stewards. It's going to be a very busy evening. The top 4 in the championship. Josh T's in the pit lane. Josh, what do you make of the opening 8 laps? He might be there. Is he gone?
Yeah, I think he's away.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello. What do you make of the opening 8 laps?
Yeah, it's been a good 8 laps as we've got to move here. Trying to stay calm and trying not to get blown up by a creeper in a very dark cave. Because I've seen on the Twitter that there's a new squashies flavour. So that will be interesting to try, as Richard for sure in 17th is defending that.
I understood about half of what you said, so I'll go with it.
Yeah. So Vachon getting past Behrman there. Now the second Trident is going to try going with the attack of Roman Stanek as well. And so for the penalty.
Still can't find their way through, can they? They're trying their best. Ever so slightly
In
moving.
DRS games, of course.
Oof. Replay. Now this is the next lap being told from Behrman being passed by Vachon. Behrman's losing a lot of time. Huge amount of time.
Yeah, it's not going his way, and as I mentioned, he's being attacked by Stanek as well. Talking about being attacked, we've got Aaron, who is on the back of Correa, who is also trying to get inside the 1 second of Bortoletto. So let's see if Aaron can do anything down to turn number 1.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Moves left, moves back to the right. Don't do anything like that. Aron was trying to find an opportunity, just letting him know, look, Correa, I'm here. Paul Aron, our championship leader. 4th gear through 3. He's losing a lot of time.
Wonder if Behrman has an issue. He's lost out to Stanek as well. So he's dropping down massively, it seems, right?
Yeah, Behrman.
No pace at all.
Oh, Wally. Getting worse and worse for him, unfortunately. The championship not going his way. Here's the championship, though. At the moment, as things stand, Paul Aron will be on 83, Hadjar 79, Maloney 69, Hauger 56.
Yeah, and Behrman's been part of Fittipaldi. It's really good that Behrman had a chance in Saudi. Well, I don't know what would have even happened. Behrman's fighting back against Fittipaldi now, and he's retaken that position. But yeah, if it wasn't for Saudi, I don't know what would have happened to Ollie Behrman with how bad of a season he's had as well.
Some of it was the car in Bahrain, and it was just bad. He had to get withdraw. He got pole in Saudi, had to withdraw from the weekend to race in F1, and then he just got worse from there, really.
He really needed this weekend to work out, because this weekend you have nowhere to hide.
No.
You've had lots of testing. Drivers have raced around the
Here he
circuit in the
is.
past.
With the third track limit, no more.
He's now...
It's hard not to do track limits when I can't turn.
Oh, right.
So, there you go then, Obi.
There we go. Yes, there we go indeed. So hopefully it'll be good for the future tomorrow. And they've both got DRS, but Fittipaldi has got the stronger toe down towards turn 1 and is going to try to get through now.
Passes him like he's not even standing. Just got straight through. Behrman's going to try and hold it around the outside, but no traction, no grip. Can't even turn the car. What have Prima done? But then you've got Antonelli up in 7th. Is that Antonelli doing a genius performance? Or are they sabotaging Behrman? I don't know. It's a bit weird that it's always Behrman having the issues, not Antonelli. Because now, look, he's going to get passed on the outside. Barnard's going to feel like this is a very lovely move from him. It's a nice move, but it's against a car that can't really defend. So it's a hollow one there. And now Cordial's going to pass him. Behrman's got to box this lap. Something's wrong with that car. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's assume I'm going down the field anyway. Yeah.
Get past. All easy passes right now coming in this battle. And then Fittipaldi to the inside. That look extraordinary up against a car that really doesn't have the performance it should.
Oof.
So Fittipaldi able to get through, Barnard able to get through. And surely we'll also see the next taker, Cordial, get by as well soon.
He's done it. Cordial has passed Behrman. Behrman's down into last place as Antonelli gets a defensive from Isaac Hadjar coming through turns 1, 2 and then into turn 3. So are the Primers hitting a tyre limit? Black and white flag now for Behrman as Hadjar goes to the inside line, turn 4. Antonelli shuts the door. So Behrman now with black and white flag. Yeah, this is not going well.
Yeah, so he is struggling a lot. He's struggling a lot. I believe we also had a great duel in Saudi as well, where they were passing each other constantly in that race. Antonelli did defend.
I don't get what's so hard about fixing a mirror. You have to tell me if he's attacking me. I cannot see on the right side. Copy that. I will help you where I can.
So Fittipaldi has said, mirror, mirror on my car, who is attacking me from afar, and it's not really seeing anything, unfortunately, so it's cracked. Down to turn 10. There is Fittipaldi. Let's take a look at his mirror. Right-hand side. Oh, it looks okay to me. It must just not be angled correctly, like it's reflecting too much of the bodywork.
Yeah.
It's not a pit stop
We
race
haven't got
either.
a good angle of it.
No. On board would be good, but I don't think they've gotten on board of him. Antonelli going defensive. Hadjar's right there this time. No nonsense from Hadjar. It's a dive bomb and a half into turn 1. Antonelli will try and swing round the outside, but he's on the dirty side of the track. He can't get back through. He'll get the toe through turn 3 up to 4 Omi, but that was a 12 laps in the planning, and now here comes Crawford. I don't think the Primus tyres are holding up as well as we like them to believe.
Yeah, this is right now a disaster for Prima. Hadjar finally able to get through with a late send to the inside. Antonelli tried to fight back. That left him vulnerable though to Jack Crawford, who's got through, and Prima are going to box possibly to retire the car. Nothing they can really do in this race.
It gets more and more frustrating as it goes. Behrman out of the race. So our first retirement. I wonder how long Antonelli's going to come through. Well, maybe they'll just change the tyres. If it is tyres, they can fix that by bolting on a new set, but it's a worry. Track temperature now 41.2, so it's risen a degree on the track temperature. Air temperature now about 25. Beautiful move, though, from Isaac Hadjar.
Yep, late lunge, slightly wide in, and says to fight back. Nothing he can do. Crawford gets through now. Right before we cut to this replay, it was close between the two teammates of Colapinto, so keep an eye on the MP Motorsports. Battling as well.
Black and white flag for Stanak now for track limits as we take a look on the inside as well. As you say, Dennis Hauger making a move on the inside of Franco Colapinto.
So, battle for second now on between Kush Maini and Ritoma Miata, who's 1.2 seconds back. Maini has to go on the attack if he wants to take victory in this one. You'll need to get past Miata first of all, who will definitely try his best to defend. Then we'll have to deal with another tough customer of Victor Martins as well. So this is going to be exciting stuff. Fittipaldi gets past Roman Stanek as the race starts to settle in. But yes, Hauger passed his MP Motorsport teammate there, and will now try be the next taker on Antonelli to try take P9.
Drifting back up. 11th place then for Hauger now. Well, 10th place now for Hauger, actually, sorry, into the points for him. As they come into it, Antonelli closing back the gap. Now, actually, he's lost 1 second already to Crawford. What is going on? And is Behrman not boxed yet? He's ignored team radio here. Behrman hasn't pitted. But he got a box message.
Maybe to gather even more data to try to figure it out for tomorrow. Could be something like that. Now DRS for Maney. Won't be close enough on this lap, but you can use it to close in.
I'm starting to get worried that we might see a couple of punches. Look at the way all these tyres are. They do not look like they can do 26 laps. If they're blistering this badly after 13, we're only halfway. We're into the second half of the race now. Lou is saying Prima struggle. They are indeed. Oh, someone had a massive slide there. I want to see a replay. I assume it's Bortoletto, but I heard the tyres scraping along the bottom of the track there. Just holding it all together.
So, the top three then in this one in their own little private battle soon as Miata gets inside the 1 second. So we've got an interesting fight now going on for the race lead. So Miata's still in there, just trying to get in that one spot. He needs to try to get inside the 1 second to keep Maney behind at the same time as well, because Maney, we've already learned.
Yeah, Maloney has 3 track limits. Maloney, 3 track limits. He has a black and white flag. Yeah, finally.
There we go.
It's not going Maloney's way, is it? At all either. Miata.
Oh, second place. Black and white track limits.
Yes.
Martin's
Gotta
in
be careful
second.
then.
Yeah. This is going to be a worry. Last of the late breakers, last of whoever can find the inside line. That's going to be the question. Come on, everyone. Hold it. Oh, that's a late lunge. Oh, Maney was too far back to attempt that one, but he is certainly throwing that car around. They all look so slow coming out of turn 3. We qualified in the what, 126s? We're doing 1 minute 30s. They're 4 seconds a lap slow on this tyre. They have no.
I think they're having to conserve because the tyre degradation isn't the best, is it? I think we're getting a 2-stopper for F1 as well.
Yeah.
Or 3-stopper.
It's hard to tyre compound. I'd say 2-stopper. If it was 3, I'd be jumping up and down. If it's into, it could rain though. That's a factor as well.
It could, yeah. It could rain actually specifically for these series. That's there's a bigger chance of it raining for F2 and F3 and F1 Academy as well. In the morning, and then a damp track for F1 maybe.
We just had a great race in Canada. I don't really fancy like another one like that. I mean, I'll be stupid to say it down, but it gets so confusing to try and work it all out. There's the new M8 headsets. They're fantastic, those headsets. We're after a couple actually as well to use trackside. But we can't find out where they're produced from. Stanak's got a penalty.
Ooh. What's this for? 5 seconds?
Track limits. Now that sets a precedent, doesn't it?
Yeah. Track limits. So others have to be careful now. Antonelli's finally been caught by Hauger, who opens the DRS and will try get through. Let's see if Antonelli can defend this.
Down towards turn 1. Antonelli's been losing 2 seconds. A lap to everybody else. Goes defensive. Hauger just stays on his racing line. Lots of black dust. Brake ducts are massively clogged and overheating for Antonelli. I'm very surprised about this actually, the dust that gets sucked into the tyres. I'm going to say it, tyres are wrong. We need a step harder compound for F2 because this is not working. This is not a race anymore. This is a conserve for the second half. The feature tomorrow is going to be a lot more exciting. I think the sprint race is too long. A sprint,
it has been taking a bit long, this one, hasn't it?
A sprint should be a sprint, not a feature, by 4 laps or so. It should be about 20 laps, not 26. It's too long. And the drivers will really have to push it because they've got 11 laps left. And they're having to push like crazy. I won't making mistakes, says Lou. Where is Paul? Down in 6th position, closing back to Isaac Hadjar. Yeah, he's dropped 2 seconds. Yeah, you're right. 10 to go now. Tyres are screaming for mercy. Drivers are trying to listen, but you've got to keep pushing. Mayata's under investigation for track limits. That could be a 5-second penalty for the man who's in 2nd position as Antonelli will go defensive once more. Hauger lines him up, pulls the outside line. Brilliant defending from Antonelli though. He has got such skill, pure skill behind that wheel.
Yeah, he's been he's been great on the defense. While we haven't been able to see him fight too much at the front, we have seen that he's been good with the defense. Miata has got a penalty. The man in second has got a penalty.
Track limits as well, 5 seconds. That promotes Kushmaini, Bortoletto and Correa back up, but that put 2 Invictus on the podium. Miata will drop to around about 6th position, just behind Paul Aron. So that's not great news. He's got 2.5 seconds already. Let's take a look. This is the final one that broke the camel's back. Yeah, clearly all 4 wheels off the track there, exit turn 12.
Yeah, really pushing on is Miata, contending near at the front of the field, trying to stick with Martins, isn't able to do it. Instead it's come under threat from Maney, who doesn't need to make this move, but might as well make it in case his teammate Bortoletto comes on the back, because we saw how Bortoletto was racing him on the opening lap. So those two are going for it, the 2 Invicta drivers. Both definitely very competitive in the season. Both have had a great start to the
They
season.
move! Maney tried it again into 1. Sorry to cut across you there, Amy.
No worries. Saw that one coming down late on the brakes. Brilliant stuff. Here's the never-ending story. Antonelli versus Hauger.
Trying to go around the outside, not paying off. Got a much better exit though, Hadjar. But that Primo can get that power down, then lifts it off to save the tyre length. Not trying to scrub up the rears anytime soon. Look at that. How are the tyres not exploding? They are blowing up everywhere. It's constant. Oh! Antonelli made a mistake there. He was way too wide. Now he's having to go defensive, and now he locks up into turn 5. That's not going to the tyres any good. Hauger senses an opportunity to try and pounce, maybe down towards turn 8 and 9.
Antonelli really having to look in his mirrors even more now. He's trying all he can. Hauger, though, is going to try and need to find a way through. He can get a bit closer down towards turn number 9, but the move will have to be down towards turn 1. And Antonelli has been bold with his defense so far, so you'll need to try and be a bit late on the brakes. So let's see if he'll be able to find a way through when we go on to lap number 19.
Right, left, right again. Control it. Squeeze ever so slightly. The best throttle exit power.
That might have been a bit wide as well by Antonelli
Yeah.
as well, taking different racing lines.
Oh, they're sliding everywhere right now. Back on the power. Now, is Antonelli going to try that defensive line? Longest start finish straight in F1 this. It just goes on forever and ever. Antonelli goes defensive. Yeah. They're all struggling with tyres. Oh, Zane Maloney gets a penalty. 5 seconds. I would assume track limits. And it is. It's getting worse.
Yeah. Lots of track limits, lots of cars sliding everywhere. Hauger looks for it again on the inside. Can't get through though. Antonelli defends that one perfectly once again. Hauger once again trying different racing lines, trying to get to the inside, but he's not being able to at all on an...
Oh, Omi's frozen on his internet. As they
Clear
come.
Kimi Antonelli, who is defending.
There we go. We heard you ending sentence there, Omi. Sort of you lag in, lag out. Black and white flag for Correa, track limits. So one more and he gets a penalty. Welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix Sprint Race for F2, penalty edition.
That is what it's turning into. Austria style from F1 last
Yes.
year.
Oh God, that race got confusing. We were still waiting 12 hours later for the final results. And it all changed. Can't remember if we went on air or not.
Well, Correa's got a black and white flag. He might have 4th place very shortly.
That could become 3rd, remember as well. Tries left, tries right. He dummies him. He's dummied Bortoletto down to turn 1. He can't swing around the outside. He tries to cut back again. Has to lift mid-corner exit and 2. Gets a bit of understeer. Getting in the wake of Bortoletto's car. Feathers the throttle. Much better exit out of 3. He'll have the inside line down towards turn 4. Bortoletto goes defensive. Correa thought about that. Switches to the outside line. Hucks back the inside and settles back in. Great couple of corners here.
Finally, Hauger able to get through as well on Antonelli. Oh, that's a lock up by Bortoletto.
Just snatches that inside, same as what happened with Antonelli.
Indeed. And Maloney's got past O'Sullivan, and Hadjar worked very, very hard to get up into P7. He's now lost that place. He's down to P8. He had to deal with Antonelli's defense earlier, and he's back down to P8. And Antonelli's defense won't work for too long on Hauger now, as he's also through as well. And Aaron's also arrived.
Yeah, sorry, I just heard that ending bit there.
Bit of lag here and there.
Yeah. They're meeting with the stewards now. So let's see what happens in Formula 1 with Charles Leclerc. We'll bring you that in our coverage of qualifying coming up later. Down we go towards turn 1 once more. This time, Paul Levon on the attack. And Maeta's got a second penalty! Another 5-second time penalty for track limits! That is 10 seconds in total! That totally changes the game. And this
does indeed, for finally having a good. Yeah, this was Crawford getting past Hadjar all the way around the outside. So Crawford gets past Hadjar, and this was the move for Hauger. Much more closer coming onto the straight, and that means that he can do what he wants. Hauger just had so much more overspeed, and Antonelli knew to even fight it on this occasion. Blistering on the tyres as well. And yeah, somehow they're puncturing it.
Hauger's past Antonelli. Hauger radio.
Okay, try to open the gas. We will have a penalty for track limits. I don't understand. He's not tracking for 30. I'm not at all. I'm super safe. He's off the track completely, man.
That must be an old radio message. Has to be. Oh, it's getting tense, this one, isn't it? Trying to work out who's where on the track.
It is.
A bit of 5 to go.
5 to go.
Victor Martins has brilliantly saved his tyres. He's got 3 seconds to Maeta. Well, technically, count 4.8 remaining. And Bortoletto's the one under pressure from Correa, Aron, and Crawford. That's one of these races.
Yeah. So we've got that battling on, and Greg, after mainly finally being able to fight back as well, after the double header, he had a cracked chassis there as well, so he wasn't able to contend at all for those 2 rounds. Jack Doohan had it also last year, which is why he couldn't fight with the title.
Yeah. Oh, Antonelli way off the track. But went around the bollard, but track limits for him, and the rear tyres absolutely shredded. This is off track for 2 cars. Oh, okay, off track for Colapinto and Hauger.
Colapinto.
Yeah, so he was off track at turn 12.
Yeah.
Don't argue with the stewards, they have every camera. It's like VAR though. Sometimes is
and that was
on or offline.
Yeah. And that was much earlier on as well, when he was battling with his teammate Pinto. Now Hauger's 9th. So still, Pinto's the next one now to attack him. And the battle for P4 continues. Correa, though, not able to get close enough. And Aaron and Crawford all stuck in that DRS train, waiting for some movement ahead, so then they can try and take the opportunity as well on the 23rd lap of 26. Martins, as you mentioned, saving the tyres brilliantly for this stage of the race, so he's got enough in hand as well. Miata, with a 10-second penalty now in total, is going to drop down and lose what would have been a brilliant second place. Maney will be promoted, so this is the battle for the final place on the podium.
Aron feels like he can have an opportunity here to salvage some more points. Our championship leader having an absolute storm race, but he's under pressure.
Oh.
Thought Crawford was going to ruin it all there, and I was eating my words a bit like this morning in Formula 3, but no, Crawford's going to try again though. Just can't get to the inside line at turn 7 and 8. He's fighting every opportunity to dive on that inside line. Play it cool, play it cool.
Indeed, 1 dam's ahead for Aaron, 1 dam's behind. Both just trying, Crawford especially trying at every single opportunity he can to get to the inside or to get to a different part of the circuit to try and get through. And Aaron seems like he's lost that once again. Crawford once again trying a different racing line to go on the attack.
Outside manoeuvre into one is a risky opportunity, but it might be the only way to trick Paul Aron. There's Martins. 3.3 seconds he's got clear to Maeta. Anything down to one? No. Dams are moving in order of each other as well. Behrman has not pitted, by the way. He was told to, but he stayed out.
Good drivers. Yeah. So Behrman's continued on. Listen to the team there. Crawford once again trying to go on in a bit of on Paul Aaron. Dirk Siggs Maloney, the two drivers who of course collided in Monaco, to the penalty coming into this sprint race.
Bortoletto in fourth at the moment is beautifully defending a podium. Black and white flag for Villa Gomez for track limits. One more and it's a penalty for him. It is third for Bortoletto at the moment because Maeta's going to drop down 10 seconds. So that'll drop into 8th place. And Antonelli now, black and white flag for track limits. One more for him and he gets a penalty.
That's what Haugen was trying to say earlier on,
Yeah.
but he wasn't accepting that he did it himself as well. Oh, Correa seems much more closer this time around.
He'll have the push. He'll find that traction he needs and really start punching hard. Quick update. Yeah, I've got an update on the alleged false starts here, so I'll get that up and talk to you about Formula 3 in a second as we take a look. Paul Aron get a move. Aron's got the DRS down to turn 1 to try and have a go at Correa. They're all three of them having an opportunity to overtake into turn 1. No cars to jump the start in Formula 3. It was a start light procedural error. So, yeah, no cars have breached the false starts. So we're all good in Formula 3. In that investigation, if you were watching us earlier. In F2, we're into the 2 laps. Big lockup for Bortoletto. That's going to send him wide. And now the opportunity comes in for Correa. He will have a much better slipstream up through the corners. Crawford on the attack of Aron though, but Bortoletto again a lock-up, same tyre. Only he did earlier on in the race. It's starting to weaken on him.
Fittipaldi has dropped behind. Amory Cordial. Battle for what will become. Third position continues, and you can see Correa has got DRS. He's getting close. He's going for it to the inside.
Did he make the move? There's a little bit of contact. Off the track goes Bortoletto. Now Paul Aron's going to come through. Wrong camera angle to Ham as well. We didn't see the action. There was contact though, definitely. Wheel bang at least.
And now Aaron's going to also try and way through as well on the start-finish straight. Final tour of the race. Aaron trying to defend all the while as well from Crawford. What a battle this will be down to turn 1.
Yeah, Bortoletto's lost down the podium place. Aron's going to have him with ease here, but I don't think he can catch one Manuel Correa, who's back onto a podium position. No one going for an overtaker to turn 1. I thought they might. Oh, and look how close Bortoletto's got, but he's running in too deep. Aron's going to have the exit power out of 2 to hook round the outside of turn 3. He'll get the traction mid-corner. Paul Aron with a fantastic move takes 4th position effectively on the road. Fantastic. Now we can have attack on Correa.
Yeah, Bortoletto just no grip with the inside line, but there's nothing he could have done there. Now Crawford has to try and make a bold move at a part of the circuit where we usually wouldn't see, and he's going for it to the inside of turn 5.
Lovely move on the inside, and unfortunately for Bortoletto, that lock-up cost him. It just dragged him around that lap. The tyres are completely gone for him as well. Victor Martins is about to win again this season and close back up on the title that is escaping him at the moment after a bad couple of races in the middle half of the opening part of the season, but he has been flawless today. He has saved those tyres with absolute perfection. He got a great getaway, he took the lead, and he's run away with it from P2 to P1 for 26 laps. Victor Martins wins a dominant performance in the F2 sprint race here in Barcelona. It's second on the road for Maeta, but Kushmaini will be second. And one Manuel Correa finishes 4th on the road, but gets the last podium spot. Puller on 4th, Crawford 5th, Bortoleto 6th, Hadjar 7th, Maeta goes 8th, Hauger 9th, Antonelli goes 10th. Just holding off from Colapinto. Well, we're going to have to wait for the rest of the order to fall down here as well. With the penalties that still need to be played. Antonelli 10th, Colapinto, O'Sullivan, Durskin, who's down there? Jose Maria Marti, Villa Gomez, Vishaw, Cordial, Fittipaldi, Maloney, Behrman, Barnard, now then Behrman, then Stanak last overall. What a race there, Omi. Confusing the end with the penalties coming through, but what a top 3. Here's Martins.
Hi, Victor, good job. Yeah! First one of the season. Finally. We need this one. Let's go!
Gets his title back on charge, Omi. Exactly what he needed to do.
Came into this year as one of the predicted title favourites, along with Ollie Behrman. Behrman hasn't been able to turn it around. Victor Martins, he was given an opportunity, lots of testing, lots of hours here in Spain. A few months ago, he was given the chance to turn it around and start this European part of the season with a triple header and then 2 races after that as well before we go into the summer break to try start it on a positive, to give him some momentum, and he has absolutely taken it from 2nd on the grid. And Kush Maney will finish in 2nd. But Victor Martins finally getting his season running. Let's see if he can start a bit of a late titles charge, which is definitely possible because we get 1 championship leader and then they start having issues in the next few rounds. So definitely, if you can catch some momentum in this one, you could definitely be in with a shot.
Well, we've got 10 minutes until Sky pull us off the air, so I assume we'll have the podium. But if we do not, let's check in with Chris McCarthy and Alex Brundle. But first, here for Juan Manuel Correa, who finished in 3rd position as well. He'll be on the radio shortly. Here's the world feed.
With everything that he had to go through to rejoin this echelon or even the one below it of this sport, then it settled a bit and we didn't talk about him for a little while. He became a competitor who just rejoined the ranks, but he's built and he's built and he's built, and now he finds himself back on a Formula 2 podium. It's so impressive as a journey, so impressive as a journey, and I do think from this commentary box, for that journey, we really salute him. We really do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Gabriel Bortoleto, credit to him, slowing down, congratulating Juan Manuel Correa, and I think many of the drivers will. But let's salute first our winner, Victor Martins, pulling into the 1st spot. He a winner for the 2nd time. He won the Silverstone feature race, and a composed performance, a calm performance, a managed victory there. And what a way to come back after such a disappointing start to the season. Victor Martins comes back with a bang at round 6, and he wins the sprint race by 4.4 seconds to really get his season off to a start as we go into a triple header. That's the way to start it. Victor Martins on the top step of the podium for the 1st time this season.
ART, the relief palpable for them as Victor Martins salutes the team. Sebastian Philippe jumped off the pit wall with visible excitement that they'd managed to get this driver back onto the top step. They've been in the doldrums, but a great performance for Victor Martins, who delivered throughout the entire race. Almost lights to flag victory when he took off the line and delivered that great start.
Kush Maney, well done to him on the podium for a 4th time. But what about this huge emotion for Juan Manuel Correa? 5 years ago, on the 23rd of June at Paul Ricard on 2019, Juan Manuel Correa lasted on a podium, finishing 2nd behind Antoine Hubert. And now, after all the recovery, all the fight back, all the determination he has put in, Juan Manuel Correa is back on the podium, and he is certainly not done with this journey yet. He's made a lot of people, including us in this commentary box, very, very proud of what he has done. And Juan Manuel Correa, inspiring performance, I think, that as he has done both on and off the track, proving nothing is impossible. And he is an inspiring driver, an inspiring character as an athlete, not just as a motorsport driver.
Absolutely so. Bruno Fagin done, and I think it's a good day for the Alpine Junior Academy. These two were for Kushmini. He did a good job after a difficult start. Really, he sank all the way sort of to the middle of the top 10 by the time he made it down towards turn 1. So a difficult start, but managed to recover it, Kushmini.
Yeah, great stuff from Kushmini, celebrating there. Bruno Faman congratulating Juan Manuel Correa as well. Victor Martins celebrates there. Kushmini, solid season it has been for him. That's going to boost him further up the top 10 in the championship as well. What an end to the race. It's four-way fight for the last step on the podium. So many track limit violations. It was about keeping it on the road, and then that four-way battle, anyone could have gone on the podium.
It really was. Phil Miata in the end, who came across the line 8th after the penalty was applied, so found his way outside just to the back end of the top 8. Unfortunately, with those 10 seconds cumulative of track limit penalties that he took, but this was the moment where Victor Martins came across the line.
What's that going to do for Victor Martins as a driver now as well? I mean, best result of 7th. Converts that to a win, and we go into a triple header. Of course, this is just the start.
Yeah, it's a vault up the championship, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a confidence thing more than anything for Victor Martins, who has conquered this this season a little bit in a way. And once you've taken that win, you feel altogether calmer. The way he did so as well will be heartening for him, will be heartening for the team. He had a clear pace. Got the car off the line. We'll see what he's able to do from 9th place.
I just managed my tires a lot in the beginning because I had no pace. Huh? Yeah. It was in my at least you got clean air. Me, I was stuck in Gavi's gearbox the whole race. And I was stuck in I was P4. Not a bad start, no? What happened? No, pero bueno. I left the paddle and... Who was on the rest? Yeah, but he crazy and he dropped massively after. I was in the radio, but I let him push behind me because I'm okay. I don't want to push. Yeah, I just had to manage my gap with Aaron. He was quick, but not enough to pass him. You were also a bit slow towards the end, no? I was coming a bit. I was just stuck. But he finished P2 on track? Yeah. P2. I spent like 6 laps on his gearbox. You know, it messes with the fronts are just there. I was behind Gavi the whole race. That's why I said you were quick at the end, because to be behind the whole race and that's...
Good to hear from the drivers, as always, as we get ready to do the podium. It certainly closes up the championship as well, but first we have the celebrations as Alice Powell down there, getting ready to do the podium as well with Bruno Michel.
Well, this is very, very rare, so enjoy it. It's a sprint race for Formula 2. Podium! We never get this, do we, Omi? Ever?
We never get this, but finally the moment is here, and what a special podium it definitely is, with Correa returning to motorsport, came in Formula 3, got his promotion last year to Formula 2, and has continued to push in his career, and he's going to get that podium. Mainly also after a tough 2 rounds with the cracked chassis, has been able to recover. And talking about recovery, Victor Martins, Alpine 1 and 2, the only 1 and 2 that they will be getting in for the time being at least.
The French national anthem. Absolutely fantastic. And Juan Manuel Correa is under investigation post-race for track limits as well. But Victor Martins, no one can doubt him. He wins FIA Formula 2 for the first time this year. Second place to Kushmaini. ART doing a fantastic job as well. What a fantastic job they've got as well. Kushmaini getting there for Invictus. Alpine Driver Academy 1-2, as you say, Omi, to correct myself. Third place to Juan Manuel Correa. I really hope he can keep that. And now,
Indeed.
as ever, it's champagne time! Only alcohol you can get in this place. Dry venue. Kind of makes sense. There was a massive riot a couple of years ago when they did sell alcohol. So they banned it. Still, the fans bring it in themselves, though. There's the main stage area. They've removed the go-kart track that was there. Had some stellar times there. JT, what did you make of that race? Oh, he's deafened. Sorry. Oh, go on then. What did you make of that race?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll go to you then.
It was a great race. Of course, there was a lot of tire conserving, which I think should be a flat out. We should be in for a flat out race tomorrow with a pit stop in there as well. But yes, that podium, a happy podium, definitely for sure. And great to see Correa's journey back. I followed it all the way through, so it's great to finally see him back as well on that podium. Special moment for him and everyone in Formula 2.
Absolutely fantastic race here. And finally, a miracle has happened. We've seen the podium in a sprint race in Formula 2.
Wow.
Well done.
Standing 22nd.
Well, my thanks to Omi and JT for the action then from the F2 sprint race. We will be back. F1 is up in about half an hour's time for qualifying, followed then by the British Touring Car qualifying. F1 Academy race 1, then it's IndyCar practice 2 and qualifying, and then all the action from Sunday tomorrow for the feature race from F2. Thanks for your company. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.